Welcome, welcome, crafty friends. I am so excited to launch my December Stories page insert swap. I have been working on this one for a couple months, getting it put together so that we all get a fantastic product in return. So let's jump into it. This is a December story page insert. Okay, I'm just going to flip through that really fast and then go into some details in a minute, okay? Our requirements for this swap, we will be making 4, receiving 4, and I will be putting recipients in blind groups of 5, okay? So you'll make 4 and receive 4. If you want 2, which I will be doing as I participate, I have my insert that I will hold back. And as I receive 4, then I will add mine to my journal as well, so that I will have my insert in my finished journal as well. Okay, so the idea is that we will gather these together and create a book, a traveler's notebook style, a stitched, whichever suits your fancy, to put them together. Okay. Now we're going to take a 10.5-inch piece of paper, 10.5 by 8.5-inch piece of paper, and we're going to fold it. And that's going to give us the size of our insert. So 5.25 by 8.5 inches folded. Okay. Now this is really important. We are going to thoughtfully embellish our swap. I don't want you to overthink it. I don't want you to put so much stuff on your page, so many pieces of ephemera on your pages that it becomes thick or bulky. Okay, and I will kind of explain that as I show you my insert. Now, I am requiring a specific paper line, but you can choose from the 5 that I have chosen. So the 5 that I've chosen have very similar color schemes: mints, teals, sage greens, green, reds, rose. They all just kind of go together. It's not a traditional what you think, just bright red, bright green Christmas. Okay, so the 5 that I would like you to choose from: Mittens and Mistletoe by Create Paper, Mix and a Mingle by Simple Stories, Cookies for Kringle by Fancy Pants, Holly Jolly by Pebbles, or Merry Days by Create Paper. Okay, these 5, I know these 3 are really current. A lot of crafters were using Merry Days last year, and I'm not sure if Holly Jolly is really old, but I'm hoping that maybe if you want to choose that, you may have that in your stash. Okay, same with Merry Days. And I have chosen Cookies for Kringle for my insert. We will embellish our inserts with tuck spots, tip-ins, pockets, tags, fold-outs, etc., etc. Okay, and again, very thoughtful embellishments. Okay, at least 1 trim on the edge of a page to avoid bulkiness. Okay, and let's go back to this right here. When we embellish, I want it to be ephemera from the kit. Okay, so here is some ephemera. I'll just kind of pull it over from Cookies for Kringle. Okay, these are the pieces from Cookies for Kringle. And I've also used some enamel dots from that specific line. Okay. The extras, speaking of ephemera, the only extra I want you to send is a store-bought goodie that coordinates with your insert. And I'm just calling this a goodie, a store-bought ephemera pack, okay? Or the enamel dots, or this is the actual ephemera. This is called tags for this specific line, tags and cards. Or you can purchase the stickers that go with that. I want them to be specific to the line that you choose to create your insert. Okay, and the reason for that is we are going to be making pages that aren't fully decorated. Okay, And we want to have extras. The recipient will want to have extras so that they can use them throughout their journal and add them to their stash and maybe use them in future projects. Okay. Please do not over embellish your insert. Leave space for the recipient's own creativity. Okay. Now I've created an insert using Cookies for Kringle, and I absolutely love this line. On the front, so here, let me just show you really fast. This is my 10.5, let's see if I can get that in frame, 10.5 inches by 8.5 inch paper. Okay, and I have added a flap on this side. So when I created this, this was a 12-inch piece of paper. Okay, these two panels I folded in half to make 5 1/4, and then this was just a little piece over here, and then I extended, so it was a little piece left over here, and then I extended it to make a pocket. Okay, so you can use your imagination. The finished insert, when you're holding it in your hand, needs to be this size, because when your recipient receives it, we want it to fit nicely. We want them all to fit nicely, be the same height, the same width. Okay, so here's my trim that I inserted, and that's a requirement. This is really the only requirement, okay, on the insert. And I used pom-pom trim because I love pom-pom trim. And on the front, I have used tags from one of the embellishment packs. Okay, and I've stitched around every page and every tag. As you'll see, I've sewn silver, okay, because I wanted to use silver with mine. You don't have to stitch around. Some people like to stitch and some people don't. It's just whatever you prefer. So on this one, I put just a little cluster, and I used some foam to layer that up. Just a little cluster down here from the embellishment pack. Okay, and as you open it, this is a tuck spot right here. So the recipient can add photos here, you know, a little journaling card, whatever. They can add some pictures on here. This is a little tuck spot. This is a belly band, obviously. And I've used some enamel dots from the kit and some of the ephemera. And then this is the back, but it's deceiving because it actually folds out. Okay, so it folds out to even more storage. So this is a tuck spot here. Okay, so the recipient could create a little journaling book to put here, put some tags, whatever. Okay, this is a tuck spot here. Okay, and this is obviously a pocket. Okay, so we could put some stuff here. I don't want you to do the creativity for the recipient. This is really simple. I mean, it's embellished nicely, okay? Thoughtfully, that's the terminology I want you to think of. Thoughtful embellishment. Okay, it's thoughtfully embellished, but there is plenty of personal creativity that can take place. Okay, that's what we want. Okay, so that's what I would send to in for my swap, and then I would include my little extra. When you wrap this in plastic or whatever you choose to wrap it in, do not put your name on the swap directly, okay? It needs to be on your packaging, because this is going to be used by the recipient, and we don't want, like, I would not put my sticker on here saying, made for you by the Spotted Owl. I would put that on the outside of my packaging. So these two items are all that I am asking you to send, okay? And for our postage, shipping did go up last weekend. If you were in my last swap, you kind of understand. The medium flat rate box, there are actually two choices. I've chosen this one because I feel like everything will fit in this nicely and not be overstuffed. Okay, so it's going to be $17.05. If I receive your swap and it's too large, bulky, it will cost you more to ship your 4 to the recipients. Okay, I will be charging you extra because I can't burden the cost of everybody's if they're all um, uh, bigger than this box. I hope that makes sense. I'm not sure that made sense, but the postmark date will be November 18th. Once you join, I will put all this information into a group swap chat on Instagram, and we can chat and we can talk about ideas and exchange encouragement, etc., like we always do in our swap groups. And I hope you're super excited to join this swap. I am so excited to host this one, and I'm so excited to actually participate in this one. I am anxious to see what everybody creates and what everybody comes up with. I just want to say really fast that if everybody were to choose one paper line, that's fantastic. Because I guarantee you that if everybody chose Cookies for Kringle as I did, every single swap will be different, and that will be fantastic. If everybody chooses a different paper line, that will be great too, because it will all be cohesive. That's why I chose the color scheme that I did, and you can kind of see it here. I've chosen, but the color scheme that I've chosen is the pinks, the teals, the sage. See, there's some sage here, some greens, and they'll all be cohesive and fantastic. So sign up below this video, and I hope to be chatting with you in the future. Talk to you later.